I am a female.
I am left-handed.
I am a Christian.
I am a nursing major.
I am an African American.
I'm a feminist.
I have brown eyes.
I am pansexual.
I am in a fraternity.
I am tall.
I am Jewish.
I am straight.
I am in the middle class.
I am gay.
And I have dimples.
Did any of these characteristics stand out to you?
Well, they shouldn't.
Each unique characteristic helps shape each person.
However, these characteristics don't define someone's identity. Only their character does,
No matter what someone identifies with, they should be seen for who they are.
rather than what they are. Society has made incredible strides and accomplishments over the past few decades with becoming more inclusive and accepting of different sexual orientations.
With that being said, there's always room for improvement as we're always incorporating new forms of identities.
It is important to understand that encouraging diversity and finding differences among people is a positive thing.
In this video, you'll see interviews portraying people's perceptions on sexual identity. We think it's evident that we live in a heteronormative society. Do you think this alienates people who aren't heterosexual?
I do believe that it definitely puts a limitation on people from wanting to be more expressive with their sexuality.
I think that it kind of puts on the expectation to the general population that everyone is supposed to be straight, even when they may not be.
Has your upbringing affected how you view other sexual orientations?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was raised Unitarian Universalist, and it's a very broad spectrum of religions. You can study any religion, but my mom, with that belief, was very open to everything. She was very big on trying to just let me figure things out.
My father's side of the family is from upstate New York, and he definitely grew up in a household where they were not as open to homosexuality or even with interracial relationships or anything like that. I mean, my father's nothing like that. You know, you don't really have a say in where you come from, but you absolutely have a say and a choice in where you go from there.
So I got this tattoo because it's sort of a reminder to myself as a Christian that it all comes down to the fact that God loves everyone, no matter if you're gay, if you're a Christian or not. Depending on who you are as a person, it doesn't really matter. He loves you regardless because you are his creation.
When you meet someone and you find out that their sexuality is not what you expected, what do you think of this person? You know, do you think of it differently or?
I mean, straight, gay, pansexual, anything like that. Like, it doesn't cross my mind really. I just think of them as a person more than like making them like different than what they are, if that makes sense, I guess you could say.
Totally.
Being like, oh yeah, I have like a friend who's gay. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I have a friend who's straight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like I keep everyone on the same level.
I would never say that it changed my perception of that person. I have always just learned to accept people as they are. I know for me personally, like, I grew up where people bullied me for me being African American, so no matter where you come from or identify as, I've learned that it's better to just accept someone, learn who they are as a person.
So how has society played a role in the way you view people and their differences?
I feel like society has sort of molded these opinions for us. It all depends, for one, how you're raised, and also sort of the social norms that people follow in society. And so sometimes it's tough to stray from that depending on how you're raised or what society has kind of put in your head. What is right, what is wrong, what is normal, what is not normal.
That's just the way we were raised in the society, to just kind of distance ourselves. Most people try to hang out with people who's like the cool crowd, who's socially acceptable.
Do you like this?
No,
Why?
because that's judging people based on silly ideas. So what if someone dyes their hair purple? Why is that such a big deal? As long as their personality is there. As long as their personality is completely fine, if they're a genuinely nice person, there's nothing to look down upon. But society's kind of tricked everyone into ignoring that.
Are you comfortable with your sexuality?
I am extremely comfortable. I'm very proud of who I am, and I'm very strong, and I'm very happy with the person that I am today.
Has it been a difficult process to get to where you are today?
Oh god, yeah, it's been so difficult. I mean, the original telling my friends was kind of easy. It was a step to start telling people when I first knew. I think I was 12. when I first realized, and it was a little bit difficult. It was a step to start telling people, but then I come from kind of a religious family where it's not as accepted, and it's been very difficult within my own family. Ever since I told them, I've gotten comments such as, "You're not gay, you're not this, you're not the person that you are," and it
Trying
does
to
hurt.
convince you otherwise.
Yes, and it does hurt, but it kind of did make me a stronger person in the end.
I would definitely say I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I mean, I do identify as straight, and I've never had anyone really abuse me for it, but I feel that even if someone had, I would know how to properly reach out and say, hey, like, this is how I identify, and I hope that you would respect it.
What steps can we take to be a more inclusive and accepting society?
I feel like the first step is having an open mind, sort of putting yourself in the perspective of other people and kind of setting your own opinions aside and sort of seeing how they're seeing it.
I believe if you instill education on the amount of people that commit suicide because of their embarrassment or their level of unhappiness due to their personal sexuality, that's a huge impact that can leave on people. So when you educate them about the facts on this amount of people go to these extremes because they're not accepted, or just teach them that they're not different from you based on who they choose to love. That's the most important thing. So I think it starts with the foundation of educating one another to show that there's really no difference between that, just like there's no difference between black and white. There's no difference in loving man and man, woman and woman, or man and woman.
Society has influenced
The way we perceive other people.
However, I will formulate my own opinions.
based off my own experiences.
And be proud of who I am.
And who I choose to love.
I'm Stephen Leone.
I'm Ilana Rivkin.